This gang of robbers stole 90 tons of gold bars from a bank in Spain. To make transportation easier, they melted the gold and poured it into water, turning it into uniform gold pellets. Then they gathered the pellets and dumped them into the sewers. With so many gold pellets, blockages were inevitable, but the robbers weren't worried. A few years earlier, they had gone to Antarctica and, using their own methods, stole a high-powered oil pump. Rumor had it that the pump ran at over 1,000,000 horsepower. With it, they could drain all 90 tons of gold pellets in just 90 minutes, sending them directly to the professor's base. The base was already prepared. They would reshape the gold pellets into gold bars. The heist was approaching its final stage, and everyone was operating at full capacity. But the professor ran into a problem. He and Jessica were trapped inside a building surrounded by police. To escape, the professor tied a rope to a radiator, wrapped his hands in tape, and slowly lowered himself down, step by step. Once Jessica landed, the two of them slipped through the back kitchen of a restaurant and walked outside, brushing past a pair of SWAT officers. But just as they were about to leave, they saw a large number of officers blocking the street ahead. With no other choice, they entered an apartment building. Jessica used her earrings to pry open a door and hide temporarily. Unexpectedly, the police reinforced their presence, going door to door in the surrounding buildings. Soon, they located the duo's hideout. Luckily, the police didn't force the door. They called the landlord for the key. During this time, the professor frantically modified a sofa. As the landlord opened the door, the professor and Jessica slipped inside and hid in the sofa. A police officer lifted the sofa cushion, sending both their hearts racing. Fortunately, he only checked one cushion at first, and after a thorough search found nothing. But just as they were about to breathe a sigh of relief, Jessica's child cried out. Now things looked bad. Just as the SWAT officers were about to leave, they came back. But fortunately, they noticed a little kitten on the sofa. Otherwise, escape would have been impossible. In this way, the two managed to evade capture for the moment. But this wasn't a real solution. The professor called the base, gave them his location, and told his crew to send a cleanup truck to rescue them. That old guy was audacious. He even brought a few people along to set up a roadblock for the extraction.